Your keys, your data. Not your keys, not your data. What is going on, guys? This is Yix here at Magnum Crypto, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm covering Ocean Protocol a little bit more. They actually released an article a couple of weeks ago. It's pinned on their Twitter, but it just talks about the concept of data tokens that they have in their project and the benefits of it and how it's going to affect the data economy. Very, very interesting and important post, which I will cover now. So before I continue, if you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe to the channel, follow and all that good stuff. I would really appreciate that. But with that out of the way, let's just go through this article and see what we can learn from it. So if you want to read the full article, I'm going to leave a link in the description, but I'm going to read probably like 50% of it, especially the parts when it talks about data tokens and when it goes into detail a little bit more about that. So let's get straight into it. Data tokens and rights. Holding a data token implies the right to access data. The data token will typically automatically have a license to use that data. Specifically, the data will be copyrighted, a form of intellectual property or IP. So just to go over that quickly again, if you basically have one of these data tokens, let's say someone had a piece of data and they wanted to give people access to that, obviously for a fee, you could buy their data tokens, and by you holding those tokens, you would have access to their data. So that the data tokens is the key to gain access to it in one way or another. Andreas Antonopoulos, Andreas Antonopoulos, that's it. Andreas Antonopoulos has a saying: your keys, your Bitcoin, not your keys, not your Bitcoin. That is, to truly own your Bitcoin, you need to have the keys to it. And this crosses over to data. Your keys, your data, not your keys, not your data. That is, to truly own your data, you need to have keys to it. And this is the beautiful thing about what's happening with Ocean Protocol, the DeFi space, and crypto in general. In regards to data, you will literally have access, complete control over your data, and unless you give someone data tokens or some kind of access to it, no one else can access that data. And that's what they're saying here. So you have complete 100% ownership and control over your data in this manner with data tokens, because you have the keys to it. Mental model. Ocean Protocol data tokens are the interface to connect data assets with DeFi tools. Ocean is an on-ramp for data into ERC20 data tokens, data assets on Ethereum, and an off-ramp to consume data assets. So this is kind of the image that they created. So the on-ramp, data asset. So let's say you had a folder of data. You create data tokens, and that's the way to on-ramp. You could obviously sell those data tokens on some kind of exchange, or you can access it by using one of these one of these wallets. And obviously on these exchanges, there's a way to consume the data. So you buy someone's data tokens on these exchanges, and in that way you have access to it. So you can consume other people's data, companies' data, whatever, which is absolutely amazing. Imagine the amount of value that's going to be unlocked this way. Data token variants. There are many possible variants of data tokens. Access could be perpetual, so access as many times as you like, time bound, access for just one day or within a specific date range, or one time. So after you access it, the token is burned. Data access is always treated as a data service. This could be a service to access a static data set, for example, a single file, a dynamic data set, stream, or for computer service, example, bring compute to the data. And also you got read versus write, etc. access. As you know, read or write, you can either edit the information or just read it. It's got more detail than that. Data wallets, data custody, and data management. Data custody is the act of holding access to the data, which in Ocean is simply holding data tokens in wallets. Data management also includes sharing access to data, which in Ocean is simply transferring data tokens to others. With data tokens as ERC20 tokens, we can leverage existing ERC20 wallets. This includes browser wallets, for example, MetaMask, mobile wallets, for example, Argent, and Pillar, hardware wallets like Trezor and Ledger, multi-sigs wallets like Gnosis, Safe, institutional grade wallets, custodial wallets, and many more. So it's such an easy transition to just repurpose so many of the things that are in crypto right now. Like I said, data custody, data management, which you can just use wallets that we have now, repurpose them. Data management, just repurpose, what we have right now. Very easy transition to leverage the value of data. Existing software could be extended to include data wallets. For example, Brave browser has a built-in crypto wallet that could hold data tokens. Again, very, very easy transition to get data involved. There could be browser forks focused on data tokens with direct connection to user browsing data. So imagine using a browser, type or using whatever data tokens as access, just browsing and going into someone else's files. Have a purpose-built browser just for that, purpose, which is, you can imagine it very easily, and it probably is going to happen in not so distant future, especially with Ocean on the job. As token custody continues to improve, data custody inherits these improvements. Again, if you want to read the full article, I'll leave that in the description. So, data, a new asset class for DeFi. Data is a new asset class. It can be securitized and used as collateral. As such, data is an asset class. With data tokens, we can onboard more data assets into each major DeFi service type. So data assets can be used as collateral in stablecoins, loans, therefore growing total collateral. So obviously right now, a lot of stablecoins like Tether use, a mixture of cash reserves and whatever other financial instruments. But because data is actually valuable, it contains value, this could then be used as collateral, which would be amazing, because everyone, I wouldn't say everyone has valuable data, but a lot of companies have valuable data, and who knows what, how much value your data could be, but to then use it as collateral is fantastic. Data assets bought and sold in indexes and centralized exchanges contribute to their dollar volume and asset under management. There can be insurance on data assets as described above. There can be data DAOs, data baskets, and more. Data to optimize DeFi returns. So, it can be used for yield farming. It can improve the automated strategies to maximize annual percentage return. Think Yearn.finance or Earn robots, but optimize further. Insurance, more accurate models for lower risk. Loans, better prediction of default for under collateralized loans. RBots, stablecoins. Implementation, so they've built data tokens for Ocean version 3, which is coming shortly. This code is in private beta with teams building on Ocean and is undergoing a security audit. In coming weeks, we will open up the GitHub repositories and release updated documents or documentation even. And to conclude, the main part of the conclusion, we can repurpose DeFi tools to immediately enable data wallets, data exchanges, data provenances, data DAOs, and other tools for a Web3 data economy. So that'll be all for this article. So it's just as I said, if you want to read the full article, the link is in the description. But the main thing I got from this article is obviously the fact that we're going to have full ownership of our data, and we can start to give others access to our data via way of data tokens. And this is really going to unlock so much value in the data that is just stored all over the world. I think the stats I saw was over like 300 billion in Europe. But a lot of data is going to be unlocked, the value in that data. And more importantly, this will be done in a very secure manner, using obviously blockchain technology. And this is because obviously everything lives on the internet now. There's so much data on the internet, and at the moment it's just being sold on the black markets. We don't have control over it. People can just hack you. You can't actually leverage your own data if you had some valuable data, and this is very, very encouraging to see. So very much looking forward to version 3 of Ocean Protocol, and the fact that they are able to repurpose so many of the DeFi tools very easily is also very encouraging. There's so much out there. They can just, like the obviously data custody, data management, they can just change wallets into data wallets and exchanges into data exchanges, and so forth. So very, very exciting to see what's coming for version 3. But that'll be all for this video. I hope you got some value from that, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.